Hello everybody, welcome to another thrift store pickouts video. This is actually a few trips worth of stuff. I went out on Monday and then I went out to like 3 places today. None of those individual trips were particularly great, but it all added up to at least a decent haul for only midweek. So I'll go ahead and go over those here. We have on DVD, Scooby-Doo, What's New Scooby-Doo, Volume 2, Kirsten Dunst in Deeply, Donnie Yen in An Empress and the Warrior. We have a 2-pack of Natalie Portman movies, and this actually I've never seen this DVD release, this version, released by Anchor Bay of Disney's The Black Hole. So this is kind of curious. I'm going to have to check this one out, because this is another one of those where the Blu-ray would only be just the Blu-ray, no Blu-ray DVD combo, and it's only through the movie club. And this is interesting. I wonder why it was released through Anchor Bay. So I'm going to have to look that one up. Pretty fascinating. Found this today. Amanda's going to be excited because she wanted to watch this. Went on Disney Plus, and only the second one was up there, not the first one, back when she was checking out. Who knows what's up there now. Again, digital, distribution, doesn't matter how many of these networks that you have and how much you're paying every month, you're still not going to find stuff. But Maleficent, she wanted to watch this one, Angelina Jolie first and the second one, and when she went up there to Disney Plus, paying for that, and can't even find a recent Disney movie. One PS2 game, Inuyasha Feudal Combat, with the manual and everything, really good condition. Definitely a good find for about $1, well, less than $1 by weight. We found one Star Trek book, one hardcover, Best Destiny, and a box set of The Left Behind. It's volumes 1 through 5. And these usually will do pretty well when you have a good collection of them. We saw at one point, I forget how many, what was it, like $14 or however long this series is. Huge, heavy thing. It was like 20-something pounds of the hardcovers of the whole series, but this box set should be pretty good. And that was only about $3. So we found just a couple of kids' books, not a whole lot. Some hardcover ones, Davy and Goliath and Curious George. Then some Animorphs, 2 in really good condition, and 2 former library, but for $0.25 worth getting. Animorphs are getting a little bit harder to find. A few books based off of movies, which those are hit or miss depending what they're worth, but when you can get them for like $0.25, it's worth picking up some of them. See No Evil and Space Camp. Then we have The Girls of Canby Hall, number 12. Who's the New Girl? In Alien Flesh, maybe that's the new girl. Roswell High, The Seekers. Only found one of these. These will do pretty well if you have a whole bunch of them. They sold them a couple of times, but they're really hard to come across. This is the only one I could find, though, in that bin. And then these I never knew existed. It's kind of odd, but they are X-Files kids books. Just does not seem like the audience for that. It's very odd, but we have, and especially this one is Squeeze. It's like Tooms and Squeeze, and I picture those episodes, and I am not thinking elementary school age appropriate. I don't know, really weird. I've never seen these before. I have another one here. Very bizarre. X-Files kids books, and yeah, I don't know. Interesting. So, decent little haul for midweek. That's about it, and might go out a little bit later this week, Friday possibly, not quite sure. It's been crazy here with the weather. The heat wave has been intense today. Heat index is like 105, and air quality warnings, and it's just been bad again. This whole summer has been awful. Hopefully this is the last wave once we get through this. And we had intense thunderstorms last night, and it was weird. It was very odd. I've actually never seen the sky look quite like this. I wish I had taken a good picture or video or whatever, but we were busy focusing on the fact that we lost power, and it was still 85 degrees at 11 o'clock at night. It was just awful. But the sky, the sun was setting, and we had intense lightning and thunder, where it was also like strobe lights going off, and it would shake the building. You could feel it, and power outages all over the region, thousands of people. And at the same time, the sky wasn't even very cloudy. It was this weird yellowy haze. It was the most bizarre. I can't describe how just bizarre it was. It was odd, yellowy, sun setting versus picture a very smoggy area like LA. Take that mix it with more of the colors of a sunset, and then lightning flashing through, but not a whole lot of cloud cover. Very bizarre. And it just, yeah, and a little bit of rain, not much. It was basically just wind and this insane lightning. Craziest storm. But yeah, storms have been getting crazier and more intense the last couple of years, and the heat waves have been getting more intense and more frequent, and just awful weather. One of just many reasons why we're moving out of this area. Just yeah, not a lot of fun to deal with. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you check out, I put up a video I think is going to be just a lot of fun, just for some fun to think about, a prediction video on what's happening with some major RPG franchises over the next year and a half, and what I think is going to happen, because the rumor mills have been going crazy. So make sure you check that out. I'd love to hear what other people's predictions are, and I wrote out my predictions at the very end of that video as well. Have them up there, how I think things are going, so definitely make sure you check that out. And I put a little bit of thought here or there into my movie video that people overwhelmingly seem to like the idea of, so doing a top 50 favorite movies of all time. Very difficult. In some ways it's almost harder than doing a top 50 best movies, because that's, you know, a little more analytical, a little less emotional, and that can change over time kind of thing. But I've narrowed down almost 1,000 movies that were possible to think about, to now down to about 100 that are up for those top 50 slots for my favorite movies. And again, there's gonna be a lot of there's a lot of more current films that I've grown to love as an adult. There's a lot of childhood favorites that are in there as well in that top 100, and figuring out where my top 50 will be. But I have been kind of thinking about that every once in a while, so look out for that video.